Watching this later, you can just skip this part. Just want to make sure that the sound and stuff is okay.
Nou Joost, daar gaat hij dan.
No, that sound is way too hard. That sound. Alright, so you might hear my voice like double. Yeah, it seems to be better now. Yeah, alright, so what we'll basically be doing is a little bit of analyzing. The full crypto market as of right now. Of course, I had a few more relatively bullish days, especially today going up to 38,500 again. If you look at the last 7 days, we tried to get there a couple of times, or we tried that, I believe it was Saturday, the 29th. Got there, dropped down immediately. Now we actually are staying there a little bit longer. So that's looking good, but obviously this is just the past week. We're gonna have to look back a little bit more than this, because if you look at this from like a month perspective, then it's still down by quite a lot. So yeah, we'll be basically doing an analysis on mainly Bitcoin, also a little bit of Ethereum, and some other cryptos if they are requested. But mainly Bitcoin for now, and we'll look at the total market as well. Maybe it's good to start with the total market. There were some interesting things, like in the last live stream, were some interesting things about the analysis of the total market. So maybe we can look at that. Of course, as I said, we're going to look at a little bit of a higher time frame. Yeah, I mean, the total market is restoring quite nicely. If you look at like this whole trend line, so if you zoom out a little bit more, it looks like this trend line is holding. And of course, throughout this whole video, we'll be going into details supporting that this current support and these current levels will hold, but also rejecting it, because in the end, obviously, no one really knows. And the only thing we can do is supply arguments in favor of and against it. This would be in favor of. This trend line was very strong. It also caused the move up. So if, and I always hesitate to do that, but if we're going to compare the situation we had at the end of May, beginning of August last year with the situation right now, if you compare it with only this trend line, or not only this trend line, but also based upon key levels and higher key levels and stuff, and you could argue we might see something. So from here it went up from 1.3 trillion to 1.5, so that's 0.2. That would be a little bit more as of right now, so that might be something like this: go up to 1.88, then drop down, and then go up. So that would be one argument in favor of this. Well, let me get something. Let me say something first, because the last live streams I was always hesitant to hesitant to call this a bull market, but I think it's better that we do call it a bull market or a bear market. Wow. Yeah, a bear market, because honestly, we shouldn't be too afraid to call things a bear market. And if we're not calling this a bear market, I said last video that I had some more specific conditions for something to be a bear market, and one of those was that it would last at least 3 months, but this actually started the 10th of November. So it's almost already going on for 3 months. So I think there's absolutely no shame or pain in calling this a bear market. Calling it a bear market doesn't necessarily mean we are calling it the same as what happened right here. So obviously that shouldn't be compared too much. But still going on, I mean, this could also be considered as a bear market. A very small one. I mean, if you compare this one, so let's say that this was the 10th of November. That would mean that in June, July, end of July it would stop. So you got something for that, is it? Yeah, so the date range, I believe. So from that top all the way up until when it started again was 70 days. And if we do that from here, 70 days was actually already over. And then, I mean, around that time we had some bullish influences, but after that it dropped. So that was actually shorter of a bear market. Well, it seemed to be way longer. Hi man, Zaid, how are you, man? So yeah, that seemed to be shorter actually, because but that's maybe also a little bit the case because this was more of a sudden big drop, and this is more of a real downtrend. So that's one less reason to really compare these two scenarios with each other, and there's also one less reason to actually think that this will hold out for the total market cap. But still, it's nice to see that we are holding on, and this is the daily time frame. So we've been holding on for quite some days already at that trend line. I'm not saying it will not break, but at least it's nice that we are not all the way down to 1.2 and again. And I actually think, I mean, with Bitcoin and Ethereum, we could see some more downwards moves. So we'll get into Bitcoin at least in the after this. We could see some more downward moves going to the same levels as it did end of May, beginning of August. But for the total market cap, I actually don't think we're going to drop below 1.4. So there's a big key level right around here, and that seems to me that at least the bottom part of it is strong enough to actually hold us up. So that would be great for the overall crypto market, but still, of course, it's not financial advice. Yeah, I'm doing great too, man. It's a little bit tired. Laptop got hacked, and so I had to reset it all and do some backups and stuff. But apart from that, I'm doing great. I mean, if you follow the crypto markets so intensive as I do, these moves up until 38,000 and a half are actually nice. Those are actually nice days. So yeah, as I said, we're getting to Bitcoin. We'll first do just a small technical analysis on it. And after that, I will give you my views on what it's doing right now and if the current support will hold. So that's kind of intertwined with each other, the technical analysis part and what I think will happen right now. Let's actually look for the right. These are the shorts of Bitcoin. It's also interesting to look at. Actually quite high. It's dropping, but still. So where's the good? I guess we could use these or this one. But no, I do have a full analysis on it, I believe. So something like this is more thorough. Yeah, I said something like this might be able to happen. Yeah, Polyswarm I'll do in a moment. I'll do that in between this technical analysis and the overall outlook for Bitcoin. It's The abbreviation is NCT, right? Or am I completely wrong? But yeah, if we're looking at the technicals, it seemed that this this full key level was holding quite a bit, and now we're actually at the key level it has been struggling with. So let's delete that, or not delete it. Let's actually drag it a little bit into front so it's not stuck. So where we are right now actually is one of the most important parts. Let's actually draw this major fib. I'm not going to draw too many fibs. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, but still such a big one as this is cannot really see that through the eyes. So like you basically have two scenarios from where we are right now, or basically three. Yeah, basically three, because first of all, although I do think that's the least likely to happen, is that we will find support or resistance here again. I actually think that we are going to break this one day or another, but if we are going to break this, or if we are going to find resistance at this again, let me get another color real quick. We'll do that another time. So then, I mean, obviously we're dropping down again, and as of right now it looks like this is the key level it's holding at, so at around 36,000. Now it's right. Here, if you actually zoom into the 4 hour, that becomes a little bit more clear. Here, this is the full key level. It's quite big actually. I don't really like drawing those big key levels in between other key levels, but still. So yeah, what was happening now all the time is that somewhere within this region it would find support and go up again. I do think, and that doesn't exclude that we will go down even more within the next couple of weeks, but I do think we are someday going to break that. And then we're probably going all the way up until 40,000. As of right now, within these markets, I'd say 40,000 is more likely, just because of the psychological things behind that level. But I mean, a wick could also shoot through. And there are basically two scenarios from there. I mean, if we have a really strong resistance, or retracement from there, sorry. If we have a strong retracement from there, so that we don't even close above 39,000, I mean, then we're probably just dropping again through here and maybe do something like this. And then I said that, or I voiced that idea in the other videos as well. I actually think we are going to drop down to 31,000 or 29,000 again. As of right now, I do think that level will hold, but I do see that that's possible. And we could see something like this. So if the wick like shoots through, then a big retracement comes and we immediately close below 39,000 again. I mean, then we might have a small fake bullish move off of 36,000 again, but then I would expect a big bullish bearish move off of 38,050 again. And as I said, probably, well, maybe not at once. Could be at once though. I mean, if we look at the other big bearish fundamental moves, it was all really big red and long candles. So it could be something like this, but as of right now, I do think this will hold for a longer period of time. And obviously that's a pretty bold thing to say, because it's always hard to predict those levels, but still I feel like, I mean, if you also zoom out a little bit, so to the weekly even, you could also see this as one big consolidation. And definitely if we hold at that 30,000 level or around that, could be confirmation for that it is indeed maybe that the whole terms bull and bear market are becoming a little bit old-fashioned, and that rather we have more of a big consolidation, and within that consolidation we have small bear and bull markets. Yeah, I explained that in the last stream as well, I think, but that's also a little bit because of, I think at least, more seasoned retail investors and institutions. I mean, so the reasoning behind that, and that we do not really enter big bull markets and bear markets, but that we rather stay into a consolidation, is that retail investors and institutions are way less likely right now, I think at least, to to sell at low levels, because retail investors, they believe in the technology and in certain crypto, so they're not going to sell. They know that it will get better and they will hold. So less people selling. Institutions will also not sell with a 20% loss. I mean, they are. I mean, it's not necessarily clear if they can take the risk. But I think a lot of people around those institutions also see that the crypto market has restored every time up until this point. So if that were not to happen, that would be a real big anomaly, and I think they will hold as well. So that would be the reason why we won't drop any lower than 29,000, and the reason why we won't have a big bull market again, because practically it's a double-edged sword, is that those experienced retail traders and investors and institutions are also more likely to take at least partial profits a little bit sooner, because the retail or the experienced retail investors know that you have to take partials in crypto to really make a profit over time. And the institutions, I mean, they cannot really if the people investing in those institutions and it's their money and they see that it's up 20%, which is a lot for institutions, or at least if you, like, back in the days that you only had a stock market and stuff, then 20% was a lot. And now with crypto, you gain it in a few months, and then it's very hard to not sell it for your investors, because they want to see money as well. So basically, that's the theory about what I think could confirm more of consolidation, so not really bull and bear markets. So yeah, we'll get into that, to something else on Bitcoin soon too, but let's actually get to Polyswarm first. NCT, I saw that it was listed on quite a few exchanges. Yeah, Coinbase, I think it was listed on Wobi as well. Yeah, cybersecurity company. Okay. Oh, the token is actually called Nectar. I didn't know that. I think the first name was something like Nice Cash Token or something, but I could be wrong. So yeah, we could take a look at that. I checked it out initially when it just got listed on Coinbase. Here we can also take a look if it's... yeah, it got listed at around the same time, so this is not really a nice candle to look at. But yeah, it seems to be dropping, so that isn't great. There are just some cryptos that get listed on Coinbase. They just have it really rough. Initially, they might have some bull moves, but what a lot of cryptos do, or at least the people behind the cryptos with projects that get launched on Coinbase and stuff, is they launch it on Coinbase or another big exchange, Binance, and then they actually release a lot of their tokens in supply. So the good thing for Polyswarm, speaking for it, is that the circulating supply is capped. There's a max supply and we're actually at 82% already. So there's only a limited amount of inflation still possible. And now if we are going to look at this, there's not even that much inflation. So the price is just falling. It also seems that the momentum is kind of out of the price. So the project could be good. It seems good and they are serious about it. I mean, a Coinbase listing is not something to easily get. So yeah, as of right now, I mean, it looks like this support level here at around 4.2 cents is quite strong. That might hold. If that doesn't hold, we're probably going back down to 3 cents. So if this breaks, we'll go down to 3 cents probably. But I do suspect that at least this broader area, so up until 4 cents, will hold. And then the main thing to look for, I think, wait a minute. So the main thing to look for, I think, is a break of this level, so a break of 8 cents. So if that happens, I could consider NCT or Polyswarm bullish again, but as of right now, I mean, you could argue that something like this is happening as of right now. So there's a line, and that it's kind of finding enough support at around 4.5 cents. But then again, the highs are also getting lower. So inevitably you'll have something like this. Excuse me. So inevitably you have something like this, where the price, I mean, probably from now, it looks quite bearish. So we'll probably go down to 4.3, 4.5 again. And even after that, we might see something like this and get all the way up until 5.5, 5.6, 5.7 cents again. But then, I mean, somewhere down the road, we're either going to have something like this and take a break retest of a 5 cents, which is a psychological support level as well. And then, I mean, we might even have this, and that would be good. That would kind of confirm at least a consolidation between 8.5 cents and 4 cents. But still, the main technical catalyst, at least for NCT or Polyswarm, is that we break that 8.5 cents level. I mean, if that happens, yeah, then we could get some nice bull trend or bull uptrends, maybe a bull run, but that's unlikely. Then we could get that going. I mean, in the end, it's already listed on Coinbase. So if a small fundamental catalyst or a big technical catalytic move happens, then a lot of people are able to jump in, and we could actually see some exponential growth. But as of right now, I don't think it's possible to even get there to 8 cents within these market circumstances. And even after that, I think breaking it will be difficult, and we'll probably see something like this first. So yeah, and that's the most bullish case scenario. I mean, we can also break this triangle to the downside, and you see that this key level right here, this one, has proven to be quite strong. And the stronger a key level, when it eventually breaks, the bigger the breakout. So then we will probably have something like this. So up to 3.5 cents, take a break retest, and then up until 3 cents. So yeah, that's basically my full analysis on Polyswarm for now. Different scenarios based upon conditions. I mean, if you have any questions, please let me know. Of course. Think about Meta Kings. Actually, I haven't heard of Meta Kings, man. I think, at least. Wow. Oh, it's a new one. What is it exactly, Forkins? It's a gaming metaverse. AI powered finding. Oh, it seems seems interesting. Seems like something I would play at least. No problem, man. No problem. But is there a project already? I mean, that's the main thing, right? With all of these, yeah, it's a pre-sale. See, so what I think about it, at like a first glance, it looks interesting. The whole game looks interesting, and we would probably need to take a look at the whole white paper to have more of an opinion on it. Oh, here the volume was actually 1 million for a brief while. You don't have market cap things, and no supply information as well, so that's not great for now, but they will probably come. So yeah, about the game. It seems interesting. Definitely does. Hope this isn't copyrighted. Oh, nice. This is only coming soon. Okay. So what's the roadmap like? Alright. Influencers marketing. They didn't connect me, man, so not sure if that marketing ever happened. Strategic partnership, expand developer team. That's great. Characters and arenas development. Alright, to central exchange listing. So where is it listed then? Hotbit, and where else? Binance? What's this? You cannot buy it on Binance, right? But a lot of people see that they. I think this is just their thing where you can check all these cryptos. Yeah, I think so. I think this is like. I think they took this away from something like CoinMarketCap or their API. Yeah, same for this one. You can just look at it. Maybe it's on crypto. No, I don't think so either. So it's on Hotbit, but I didn't see the other central exchange it's on. Because I mean, obviously you can buy it on PancakeSwap, but you can buy anything on PancakeSwap. So, and that's not centralized, of course. Yeah, when it got listed because of the dropping. Yeah, that's why I said that there's no information about the supply. I mean, if there was information about the supply, we can check the tokenomics, man. We can check the tokenomics if you want to. Because as I said, that's what a lot of projects do. Is what then they release the crypto or the initial sale, the ICO and stuff, and they after that, because of the hype it has gotten, they release a lot of coins into the circulation. Price keeps dropping. People think they have a good deal. And you know, they just keep releasing more coins into supply. And the main thing behind that is to gain market cap. So they become a more established project, which I'm not sure what to think about that. I mean, if you look at it from the standpoint of the project or the developers, then yeah, it's the main thing to do. But still, I think they should do a better job at informing the investors or the buyers. So yeah, native currency. There's a maximum supply, so that's good. That's there's only limited inflation. But I don't know how they sold or how many they sold. Token lock. So they at least locked a little bit up until, well, some of it is already unlocked, like 100 million off of the what was it again? Yeah, it was 1 billion. So 10% was just unlocked at the beginning of January, and the others, some will come in March and some will come in no, oh wow, this was also around the same time, right? Yeah, actually was. So a lot was unlocked at but I'm reading this incorrectly, I think. So a lot of it was unlocked, so that's something to be a little bit afraid of, depending on how much you trust the game, basically, or how much you trust the project. But there's still no real tokenomics on how the token is used and how it's burned and minted and stuff. So that's not great. Tokenomics. No, see, I mean, these are barely tokenomics. I mean, most games, they have systems in place to mint it and burn it, so it doesn't really look like they have that yet. Which, I'm just being honest with you, is not looking that great. So yeah, CIS. Yeah, we'll do an analysis on CIS soon. And crypto, yeah, man, when a crypto gets listed on Binance, it usually has a spike. So yeah, a small pump. but to be honest, usually it doesn't stick. In the end, you could argue that the fundamentals have changed, because more people are exposed to the coin. But then again, I think if people really want to buy a cryptocurrency, it's very easy as of right now to just go onto different exchanges to buy different tokens and to swap them around between wallets and stuff. So it does create a small pump. I mean, we could take a look at AP3, for example. Give me a minute. Take a look at AP3, got listed. I think this is the Binance pump. So yeah, 21st of January, got listed, pumped from 4.0 up until a top of 7. So that's about a 75% gain. So that's actually a lot. Anchor Protocol, I think, also had a also went up, but a little bit less. Yeah, the 25th. So we touched 1.97 all the way down from 1.35. So that's still a good gain. But it didn't keep that up a lot. And I think, I mean, Anchor Protocol is a great project, but AP3 I think has more potential to really do something. And if we look at Akala, no, I'm not sure, it got listed around the same time. Yeah. So yeah, big pumps coming out of it. Yeah, let's take a look at CIS. Actually, it's I haven't looked at CIS in quite a while, just because it had that amazing bull run, obviously. But still, so last analysis I did on it was, so give me a minute to kind of clean this up. It's looking like a mess right now. Oh, we actually held at around 72 cents, so that's great. There's still a strong support below it. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I really need to clean this up. This is not okay. Do something like this. Yeah, that seems to be holding. So last analysis, I said if we close above that, we could actually go up to 1.31. Obviously, that's a long time ago, and we actually dropped down here. We did find support right here, but I also said that what would happen after that depends on the market circumstances, and the market circumstances weren't great. So yeah, we dropped down to 72 again. I mean, I guess I could add a small key level right there. So it looks like we did find strong support off of this, but now we're just struggling to get through 77 cents. You could argue that we took a quick break retest off of 75 cents, so I would expect, and that's all. Yo, what's up, Chunk? How you doing, man? So yeah, I'd expect, at least if the market remains stable, and I say that all the time as well, on my other analysis, is that if we remain stable, I do think we can get up to 80 cents again. And obviously that's not really a bold prediction, but I think we can at least get up to 80 cents, and from there we'll probably see. I mean, as of right now, looking at CIS, it looks to me like it's more likely that we drop down to 75 cents again. But I don't really see us dropping down to 72 cents again. So I think it would be more likely to see something like see something like this. And then maybe from here take a break at 80 cents. And as soon as we break that 80 cents, we have the opportunity to take a break retest and get all the way up until 85 cents. But as of right now, that 85 cents does look like the best case scenario for CIS. At least within the next couple of days. I would even argue that it's more likely that maybe the wick will get through to like 83 cents, but it's more likely that we'll find resistance here at 82 cents. From there, drop down to 75 cents again. So yeah, that's basically what I expect from CIS. But then again, I mean, it might not look very nice from this point of view, but if you look at CIS, on the daily, and then the whole analysis is even more messy. Wow, that looks horrible. Oh, nice, man. Can you speak Dutch, or is that just a one sentence thing? Nice, man. So yeah, it's as I said, it might look a little bit bad for CIS if you look at the last like week and a half. But if you check it out from even July, I think my first analysis on it, you can check that out. It's always interesting to check that out, because then you truly see what you missed. So if you check that out, CIS coin, first analysis on it was the 11th of December. Then here at around 2 months ago, which was oh no, wait, this is actually 2 months ago. So it's not chronologically placed. 2 months ago, let's actually check that out. So yeah, the 28th of November, there I checked it out first. That was right about here. Yeah, when this happened. Oh, so it did have some more upside, but it didn't go to the moon like Gala did and stuff. Because I still remember, and Cadena as well. I mean, obviously the market is down, but when I first looked at Cadena, it was around $4. Oh, yeah, it dropped down a lot. But still, and Sand, I believe I also did quite early. I'm sorry, guys. Just find it interesting. Take a look at what time I did those first. 11 days, 2 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I think this, yeah, here it was at 1.57. So now it's at 4.13. Yeah, and the worst one I think is Gala Games. Yeah, I'll check out the NKN soon. I also have to do an analysis on it. It's actually requested quite a lot, but haven't really done it, to be honest. So 2 months ago, so either this or this was a new Coinbase. Was it listed on Coinbase? I completely forgot about that. Yes, it was. Wow. All right. So yeah, that was the 17th of November. And what price did it have then? Is it going to be horrible? Yeah, 20 cents. 20 cents. Now it's down, but we actually got up to 80 cents. So yeah, back then it was great. Yeah, let's take a look at NKN, man. Also wonder what it's looking like. So we'll do a quick technical analysis first. Just do some basic major fips. Taking a look at this one. That's actually not that major, but it does. It's also not that valid. This one looks more valid. Something like this. It's a little bit double as well, but still. This one looks strong. Held at the 382. So we're actually going to highlight this one. So I can also give you some support levels, man. So I can even give a full analysis. Sure, lucky day for looking up all that Dutch on Google Translate. It mustn't be easy. It's a very small country, an unknown language. So yeah, we have a small key level at around there, but that's more like a key line, something like this. Wow, this is just a full consolidation area, and I am going to remove that 786. Don't normally use that fib a lot. So yeah, we can do some micro analyzing. maybe find some resistance levels, or at least some key levels in between, like this one. Yeah, and there's one here as well. Ah, wow. Okay, yeah, it's still good. So can we pull that a little bit higher? Yeah, we can. Then let's get into the 4-hour time frame, and we can pull another fib, more recent fib. Yeah, man. We got some good kickboxers over here. We used to have better ones though, but yeah, there's no shame in that. So yeah, before we get into it, I do want to check it out. What's the volume like and stuff? Oh, all right. There might actually be some momentum in that price. 13 million volume, which isn't necessarily that much, but it's only a small market cap coin, so we could have some potential right there. It's a gain of 220%. It's looking bullish. So I mean, the next big resistance, you could argue that we have already hit it at around 22.5 cents. But I'd say the bigger resistance, or the stronger resistance, would be at around 23 cents. So the full resistance area would be something like this. And as of right now, just because of these current markets, I do think that will hold. I mean, as soon as we break that, we're going up to 25. But as I said, I do think it will hold. So then we'll probably see something like this. We might have a small move off of 22. But after that, I'd say we are dropping at least to around 21 cents. So I think a little bit above that. So at around 20, 21, 25. So I think that's also the place where this trend line lines up. Yeah, I mean, I always spread these scenarios out a little bit too much, but obviously the price is more often a little bit like this. And that's interesting, because then that's actually quite a strong support level. So from there we might see something like this, and then we can break that. And as I said, as soon as we break that, we're going up to, I said 25 cents, maybe a little bit lower. So the full key level is between 24 cents and 25 cents, and I do realize that's quite a big key level to aim for. So I'd say as soon as we break that, so if we really get a clean candle break, we'll probably go up to 23.75 first of all, and then we have to close at around that level. And then we have the opportunity to take a break retest of 23 cents. I'd say between 24, 26 and 25, so still that's quite a big resistance level, but I think that's the area to aim for. And as I said, if we break that 23 cents area, then we can take a break retest off of there, but I would also still consider it valid if we take a break retest off of 22.5 cents. So yeah, but that is, of course, as I say in the videos as well, that is of course based upon the assumption that we remain in relatively stable markets, because to be honest, if any big fundamental event in the world, war or something, or a big fundamental move such as this one happens, then I mean, this is not going to hold up, and will probably drop all the way down to 18 cents again. So yeah, always be careful, to be honest. So yeah, next resistance, as I said, at around 23 cents, and after that a little bit above 24 cents up until 25 cents. I mean, 25 cents is obviously also a big psychological support and resistance level. We can see how it reacted to that. So yeah, it always had quite strong reactions to that whole level. So if you look at this, yeah, I'd say my target would be quite good. But then again, it's not financial advice. It's just my opinion, and it seems strong. But as I said, fundamentals are always stronger, so keep that in mind as well. So I said in the beginning I wanted to do some more on Bitcoin, but let's do that another time. Let's actually take a look at Ethereum. I am very interested in Ethereum, definitely, as it got got quite the beating when about a week ago when it happened, all those things. So it's already 10 days ago. Then it actually dropped down quite a bit. I mean, 2150. It's quite a hard beating. Volume is up. Is volume up throughout the whole market? I think so. Bitcoin volume is up. Yeah. Tether is up as well. So more trading. BNB also up. More trading. So that's great. I mean, volume, it can tell you a lot of things, but it doesn't necessarily tell you if it's bullish or bearish. I mean, if the volume goes up while we're going up in price, I would consider that quite bullish, but it could also be that a lot of that more people are dumping their Ethereum bags. So, so this was my last analysis. Found support a little bit higher. Then something like this fits a little bit more. My initial price target was around 2550. So we initially found some resistance there, but we broke through quite easily. So that's great. I mean, but to be honest, a quick remark about the whole crypto market. It's looking a little bit too bullish for my liking right now. So you might actually be kicked in the gut with a drop of Bitcoin to around 31,000. It's always at the moment you think it's recovering and it's all going decent, and then sudden bearish fundamentals kick in. So we're actually going to divide this key level. I always think that's better to do. There isn't even that much of a key level up here. There is up here though. It's tough. Something like this might be possible to draw. Not a great key level to draw, but still. Make that a little lighter. So yeah, and after this analysis, I mean, unless some more requests are there, or some very specific requests, I'll probably end the stream. It's not that late, but I am quite tired. Long day. Long weekend actually as well. Damn. But yeah, if we're looking at Ethereum, I mean, this is quite the strong key level at around 2700 up until 2750. That's the main key level we're looking at right now. I mean, I guess we could break it, but I think that's unlikely. I think from here we'll probably go up to like 2730 to be precise. And from there go down to 2630. So from that 2630, or the big level is 2650 up until 2630. From there we might actually have a better chance at breaking this level. So we could take a break retest, and in my opinion it would even still be valid if we take another resistance touch off of there, and that we line up with the trend line. And if we actually break that 2740, I mean, and we actually break it, so the candle actually breaks above it, then we could see a move up until 2900. From the 2900, I gotta be honest, I do expect something like this. So it's don't know if it's great. I guess it is, but still. So I guess that's possible to break it. I think it's more likely though that something like this happens, consolidation, and then eventually a break up until around 2500. Probably a little bit lower, even to like 2450, 2470. From there, I do think we will find support higher than 2400. But from here we'll probably consolidate a little bit, and after that start an uptrend up again. But yeah, again, based upon relatively stable markets, I do expect within next month or something at least one more big bearish fundamental move. So for Bitcoin that would be up until 31,000, 29,000. For Ethereum as of right now that would be a drop up until the regions between 2,000 and 2,100. REC, alright. The Request Network. It was one of my earliest holdings. Wasn't my best holding. I bought it Guess I bought it somewhere here. Went up, didn't sell, or I might have sold, but I didn't make this much of a profit. So yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, request was quite big then, but as you see with a lot of those old cryptos, or most of them at least, they actually tend to drop down. The same with Dash and others. Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days, guys. And everything went up by so much. But yeah. Rec. Hopefully I've done another an analysis on it already. Doesn't seem like it. So we'll do a quick technical analysis on it again. I did remember that bullish move we had right here. It was quite weird. So something like this is quite valid, I believe. And then you can also do something like this. And something like, well, probably this. So this is the most recent one. It's also respected, so we are going to use that for a moment. This is the lifeline support, with above that a little bit of a key level at around 1880. Right, I did have music. Not sure what it did. This is nothing. Oh, we're getting ads. Don't look, guys, don't look. I'm not getting paid for those ads. So yeah, a little bit higher at around here. I mean, next major key level is quite clear. It's quite a big key level as well. I hate that. So yeah, it does seem it's a little bit of a slower uptrend than the other cryptos right now, which are uptrending, or trending up. So we do have this, which is respected quite a lot. And then we have these then we have this minor key level at around here. It's minor, but that's actually the main thing we're working up against. So we either do something like that at around 24 cents and drop down again, find support at 22.20 and then break it. I do think we're going to break that. And we'll probably do something like this, like find support at, or find resistance at 25 cents, hopefully close above 24 cents. Or hopefully close above 24.40. Because then we can actually get up to 26 cents. Take a break retest off of 24.40, but also like 23.90. So I think that's the most likely scenario. But it doesn't necessarily have to happen like this. It could also be something like this, that it's taking a little bit longer. And hopefully this trend line will not break. It's tough to say. I don't think it will break. So we are going to see that. I mean, the main technical catalyst is waiting for that 24.40, at least on the short term. At least on the short term price actions, because then we can actually get up to 26 cents. And I'm not saying that from that 26 cents we won't drop down again to 22 cents, but still, sometimes getting towards higher levels is also a very positive thing. It's also a little bit of price recognition, right? So if the price of a certain cryptocurrency has been at a certain price level quite a lot, then that price level becomes, or people become more comfortable with that price level. So yeah, that's basically my final analysis, guys. I think I'm gonna quit streaming for now. I'll be back soon. With some more like a general market insights, but also with some more altcoin analysis, if you still call them altcoins. A lot of hate on the term altcoins lately, but I don't mean any harm with it. So I'll do that soon, probably, if I would have to give it a, like probably Wednesday or something, like in 2 days. Not quite sure still. If you do want to join the Discord, it's in the It's in the description of most of my videos. I don't think it's in the description of this live stream. But yeah, you can join it there in the Discord. I mean, we have some talking about the whole crypto market, but you can also request analysis. Let's see, what more can you do? Oh, now you can see everything. Notifications on all the YouTube videos I upload, the Fear and Greed Index. You have all the new listings, news of the best sources, in my opinion, coming out of there. And as I said, you can request charts, registration links for all the major cryptocurrency exchanges, central exchanges. Then you can gain some off on certain exchanges, and you can request analysis. That's why I wanted to see it, or that's why I wanted to say it. If you actually want to see a specific analysis, then let me know there. So yeah, good night to you too, Chunk. Thanks for being at the stream. Good night to all of you, and I hope to see you all in my next videos or live stream.